the game, cause see the boxing voice.
Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go.
ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Rozier, trainer of Daniel Jacobs. The big fight. Talk to me.
The time has come. Two of the best middleweights on the planet are going to be doing battle against each other, and of course Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs will be victorious in this bout.
Any, I guess, hesitance in going to Las Vegas? Like they said, it's the home of Canelo. It's where he's gotten a draw with Triple G. It's where he got a 114 scorecard with Mayweather in a fight where most had it 10-2 at the very least, 12-0. Any of that in the back of the mind?
Well, you always have that concern, but at least we have a chance and a choice in picking officials to the best of our ability to make sure that we don't come up with one of those situations, a scenario of, oh, listen, we won every round and we lost every round. We're not looking for that to be the case. We're going to try to take care of business and make sure we're ahead, doing everything possible to make sure that Danny is victorious in the fight.
How is Rocky Fielding's big compared to Jacobs' big? How is that any different for Canelo?
Rocky Fielding was a marshmallow. He was just big. That's it. No more, no less. It seemed to me that he just came to get a payday, and he was happy with every knockdown that he received. Why do I say that? Because when he was knocked down, he was smiling from ear to ear. Who smiles from knockdowns after the first one or the second one? Surely not the third one. There it is.
Now, what's the difference, I guess, then with Julio Cesar Chavez and the Daniel Jacobs? So Chavez has always been at 160 and then obviously moved up to even 175. Even on fight night, he was weighing 22 pounds above the 160 limit when he was at 160. How is that weight any different from Jacobs?
Well, Chavez Jr., he didn't prepare to fight by making weight. He fought to make weight. That was it. And it showed from his performance. Lackluster, no energy, no zap, no snap, no anything. And also, it seemed to me like he was just there because. And that's the difference in itself. On May 4th, Danny is here to win the fight. And that's what he's going to do.
Is there a secondary weight clause in place? Because the Canelo detractors have it made out on the internet that somehow Danny can't weigh a certain amount of pounds on fight night. Any truth to that? And what's actually happened with the IBF 10-pound next day weigh-in?
The IBF waived it, and somehow it was a clause that came up in the contract. That's the most I can tell you.
What do you mean by waive? They waived the fact that they actually tell the fighter to come the next day, so they're no longer doing it?
No,
or is it exempt for this fight?
Only in unification bouts. That's a rule of theirs. Only in unification.
Is that a rule you knew before this fight?
Of course. It was caused by some of the actions in our previous bout. So it became a staple, but apparently...
But they still put that 10-pound rehydration clause in the contract for next day.
Right.
So weigh-in is at what time in the morning for you guys? Saturday?
I'm not sure. I don't know yet. They don't have a time on it. We don't know. But it's always going to be early. Maybe about 10 o'clock. How
does that affect Jacobs? Because he went as far as not even participating in that the last time.
No, he did participate in when he fought Sergey.
No, not Sergey. Triple G is when it mattered to everyone.
Well, it matters every time you fight. And when he fought Sergey, which was a very, very difficult bout, he adhered to the rules as any good
Dre, you know you're
does.
my man, but you can see the difference. He chose not to weigh the 10 pounds for the Triple G, which is a tougher fight.
But it doesn't matter. No, the Derevyanchenko fight was as tough.
As Gennady?
As Gennady, yes it was. Yes it was.
I didn't see Sergey Derevyanchenko drop Daniel Jacobs.
No, he didn't. But when he fought Triple G, even though he did put hands on him, if you're going to tell me, oh, he actually was clipped in that, that's not true. He went down because his feet got crossed, and he got touched but a punch at the same time. Was it a real knockdown? No, it wasn't.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is that it's not going to be an issue because you just done it with Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Right. Okay. It's in the books now, so we don't worry about it. He can't do it, and if it was necessary, he would do it, and since they brought it up, he will do it.
How easy has he been making the weight since the addition to Chris Algieri?
Oh, listen, Chris.
Or has there been any do you even notice a difference in making that weight?
No, Chris has been a fantastic addition to our team. He's a wonderful nutritionist, and he's an on-hands athlete. He makes sure that everything is going according to schedule, and he stays on them. A lot of people wouldn't. They just be like, okay, you can't make weight, that's it. And we also have a strength and fitness coach that does a wonderful job in Scooter Love, and we have a fantastic team, and that's why he's going to be victorious. We have a circle that is second to none. From the first tier to the second tier, everybody involved, all the coaches. We have a fantastic coach right behind your shoulder, Lenny Lovefresh, Leonard Wilson. He's second to none. I mean, it's just a wonderful enclave of fantastic talent, and he will be victorious.
What is the one thing you think Daniel Jacobs brings to the ring that Canelo has yet to see?
I think that he has not experienced somebody who will fire punches and combinations with lethal force, and that's going to be one of the major differences.
On the scorecards, does Danny have to be a little more active in throwing punches in order to, ensure that he gets that win?
Well, we would hope not, but we're going to be more active anyway because we need to be. We all know the dichotomy of the Vegas judging, and it's no secret about it. Everybody knows it, and I'm not even claiming that some of the fights that people think he might have lost, they weren't close. But the fact of the matter remains, he seems to get decisions regardless of whatever takes place. And if not, he gets draws. So there it is. And we take it from that point on and keep working with it.
Do you think Daniel Jacobs could put up a Mayweather-like performance where he barely gets hit and it would be blatant if he got robbed?
No, well, Daniel Jacobs is not Mayweather. Daniel Jacobs is Daniel Jacobs. Danny's going to have to fight like Danny fights, and Danny won't have to worry about that. Mayweather was making sure that he controlled the atmosphere. We want to destroy the atmosphere.
So you think that a knockout is possible?
A knockout is always possible, not that we look for it, but it's always possible when you have a guy that can punch like he can. And yes, it's very apparent it can take place.
Obviously, a lot of Jacobs' makeup is genetics, but him having the body the way that he does, is he going to be as accessible as a Rocky Fielding to those body shots?
No, not nearly. Once again, we're going back to Rocky Fielding, and I wouldn't even use him as a comparison. That's like going to a tennis match and asking one of the elite tennis players to get in the ring and box. Of course he's going to get hit. He doesn't know anything about that, and Rocky Fielding act like he didn't. And there's no comparison there. There's none to even speculate about. Danny is not going to be there to be hit by body shots and just lambasting and waiting. If anything, look out, because he's going to dig out guts and glory himself.
Like, subscribe, and share. As always, if you want to support us to the next level, head over to the patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. We have tons of exclusive from Border Wars, Entitled, betting shows, the list goes on and on and on. But in addition to that, if you guys have questions for fighters, trainers, and promoters, this is where you can submit them. We will run out, get these questions answered, and put it back on the show just for you guys. Appreciate it. Peace.